EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Tar Heel state of North Carolina, where the spirit of the late Sam Mills lives on with the pounding of the drum as we're ready for football at Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers.
Muscle up, we got the biometric. Ran up by the luxuriness of the highest metric. The city just made a sweep with the diabetic. They mouths were full of deceit. Let these cowards tell it. Welcome to New Orleans with the educated LA yelling.
With my partner Greg Olson, I'm Mike Tirico. We are just about set to kick it off. Off we go from Bank of America Stadium. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So the Panthers led out by their quarterback, Bryce Young. Shaky rookie year, but the back end of his second year, Greg, very effective for the man who was the #1 overall pick out of Alabama in 2023.
When he was taken as the first overall pick in the draft a couple years ago, Mike, it certainly was not because of his physical stature. It was because of his mind. It was because of his processing ability. It was because of all the intangibles that they believed they saw in his days coming out of Alabama. Now, he's gotten some experience under his belt from a rookie year that had its ups and downs. He has all the talent in the world. Now he's got to go out and just capture it and make it happen. Really smart play, especially considering how early it is in the game. If something's not there, don't force it. Just throw it away and play the next snap.
A first carry now for Rico Dowdle. And he'll only get it to the 26-yard line, setting up second and long.
He was brought down at the 26 on 2-yard pickup. Makes it 3rd and 8.
Third, they need 8. Leggett in motion. From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Young. He's going to look for the home run ball. And that is incomplete contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up, and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Saints led out by the rookie, Tyler Shough. Interesting story. Off injured in college. The 3rd quarterback drafted out of Louisville with pick 40. Greg, he is now the QB for New Orleans.
You know, Mike, it's kind of become cliche. You know, these guys come onto the field and we say, hey, you got to defend every blade of grass. They can make every throw, but that's exactly the case anytime this guy's lined up behind center. And the amount of stress that it puts on your pass defense, on your secondary to know, I got to defend sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, no matter where that ball is snapped. That's a tall task, and they're going to have to mix up coverages and be really sound on the back end, or this guy can really kill you.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Here is Shough. Here's a screen coming for Kamara. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start. And a loss of yards on the play.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
Going up top. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down.
I like the fact that they took a shot on 3rd and long, right? A lot of offenses in that situation would be a little bit more conservative, playing for the 4th down punt. They're trying to pick up a big chunk play through the air, but now that you can't connect, it all but guarees you got to punt this ball away as it brings up 4th and a mile.
Fair catch signal, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Panthers offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10.
Everybody rocking side to side to the beat. Snapping name, fake, bouncing to the groove. All by themselves, that's the new move.
Now Dowdle. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Out of the shotgun, Young. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
From the gun, it's Young. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. This will be returned from the other side of midfield, and he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The Saints offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. They'll start with a short field, looking for the first points of this contest. And they'll begin 1st and 10. Operating out of the gun, this is Shuck. And it's a reception for Taysom Hill. And they'll take this down inside the 35. 15 yards through the air. 1st down, New Orleans.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
That is caught out wide on the RPO. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 6. From the gun, it's Shuck. That one out wide for Kamara. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
You get so caught up defending all of these weapons all over the field, and it's sometimes really easy to forget about the back. And in this case, the quarterback does a nice job just dropping the ball off in his check down, and he lets him do the rest.
Here's a toss to the right for Kamara. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
We got to see a little taste of just the range this defense can play with. How well they can flow outside as this play gets stretched out. No problem for them not only to track the runner down, but stop him before he gets back to the line.
On the give, this is Kamara. And you'll get them 5 yards closer, but now third down coming up.
5 yards on the play. And it's third down.
Chuck. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
The Saints now going to try a field goal here. This just a little more than a chip shot. 32-yard attempt. That one is good. And the Saints will take a 3-0 lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. On the return, it's Chuba Hubbard. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Panthers offense ready to come back out for this next possession. And so far, 2 drives, 2 punts, no first downs. Not a winning formula as they start drive number 3. They'll go play action with Young. He'll find his tight end, Tommy Tremble. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert. They tried to go with the quick game here in hopes they could do something with it after the catch, but I don't think everyone was necessarily on the same page, and this ends up being a wasted down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. On the ground, it's Dowdle. And a nice run there as he surges forward, a gain of 8, and sets up 3rd down.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
Here's a carry for Dowdle. Trying to drive his way forward. I'm not sure he got there. Going to depend on the mark, but yeah, he's short. Short, and it's 4th down. Here's the punter now, as he is on to punt for Carolina. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. Now out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. They'll look to build on their 3-0 lead as this drive starts with a 1st and 10. Chuck's going to try to run it himself. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Chuck to throw on second down. He'll look middle here. It's caught by Hill. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. A pickup there of 19 yards. It's good for a Saints first down.
Mike, I can't tell you how many corner routes I caught throughout my career, and there's really an arc to it. At the top of the break, you have to give the quarterback what they call an indicator step. That's your cut where you set your angle, and then once that ball's out, go chase it down, and in this case, he's able to pick up the first down.
And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at their 48-yard line.
To the air is Shuck. We'll get that complete to Mason Tipton. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. And we'll return to Charlotte in a moment. It's the Saints with the football here as quarter 2 begins. They've got it second down and 6 to begin. It's a give now to Kamara. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Now Shuck. Quick throw here is complete. And he's trying to get to the marker, but he's not going to get there. About a yard short. Now, what do you do on 4th and 1?
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
They'll indeed go, and it is Shuck. That's the Pro Bowl corner, J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to get the football, and they'll have it just past the 20-yard line.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college, and I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you. And sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Tremble comes in motion. They'll run with Dowdle. And a missed tackle there. He pushes forward. And will give him 4 yards.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's going to have a first down. Tackle made up at the 33-yard line.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on third down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in third down. I want to get all of my conversions on first and second down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
That's to the left side, hauled in by Leggett.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop, and that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver.
He works free, right side. And they finally bring him down, but he gets it to the red zone. Brings it inside the 20. A big play for the Panthers. It's a gain of 49.
And this is why you tailor your offense around a guy like this. I mean, every once in a while, mix in some design runs. He's got such game-changing ability with the ball in his hands. And here, he rips off a big one.
Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. Play is stopped for a moment. It is an injured Carolina Panther on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Second and 7. We're going to put a man in motion to the right. A second down throw for Young. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down. They are set up with first and goal.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the first down.
And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Hubbard. This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
No gain on the play.
So on second down, they try to hammer it in on the ground, Mike, but now on third and goal, I don't think you had any choice but to put this ball in your quarterback's hands and test this defense through the air.
Send a man in motion right. Throwing here on third and goal. And he'll take it on in. Cuba Hubbard. Touchdown, Panthers. Ryan Fitzgerald now to add the extra point. It's up and through. And the Panthers move out to a 7-3 lead.
Trying to snatch out my soul. Running back pockets on swole. Young, got a whole lot of some gold. Money up to a whole nother level.
Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. The return starts from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Saints offense about ready to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing is shot. A throw behind his man, can't reel it back in. And that'll go down as an incompletion.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Now Shuck on 3rd down. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a 1st down.
And the Saints, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down, Mike. You can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. 17 yards on that connection. 1st down, New Orleans. 1st down.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the 1st down.
7-3 is the score. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. In motion is Hill. On the handoff, it's Kamara. Will manage to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. From his interior spot, that's Derek Brown on the tackle.
2nd and 6 at the 21-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 6. They'll go play action here with Chuck. On the move left. He runs with it. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. The Panthers will take their 1st timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down.
1st down, New Orleans.
to throw is shut. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? As you can probably imagine, Mike, this one really burns me. I mean, man, I wish my fellow tight ends catch every ball the entire game, but to be this open and not come down with it, I'm going to have to set a reminder. Next year at TEU, we're going to have to bring out some jugs machines.
This drive in danger of stalling out on 3rd and 10. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Now a timeout for Carolina. It's going to be their second as they'll discuss what's to come. 4th down is looming. The Saints now going to try a field goal here. This a 31-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Saints are back within 1. It's 7-6.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. To return is Hubbard. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense and Bryce Young set for their next possession. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10.
Your body is acting up. Your mind is out of bounds. It's telling you back it up. You check about thoughts and memories that's adding up. Overseas, you feel alive like you can have.
To throw is Young. Quick throw taken in. He'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode. And that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points. A little indecisive there, Mike. I thought he could have pulled the trigger a tad sooner. Instead, he just holds onto the ball a little too long. The windows close up and ultimately has no choice but to just simply throw the ball away.
Throwing on 2nd down, Young. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Here's 1st and 10. Now Young. That pass sideline is caught. Nice catch. Stays in bounds. And he's got the first down. Terrific job with the feet to make that one a grab.
1st and 10.
That's good for 11. And a first down. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Out of the shotgun, Young. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Here's Ryan Fitzgerald to try the field goal. Spotted at the 45. This is a 55-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And they'll remain out front by 1.
Man, that would have been such a nice boost for this group going into halftime. The snap was good. The hold was good. He just couldn't quite get it through the uprights.
Here is Shuck on 1st and 10. He's going to air this one out. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. This one still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand as our second half is about to get underway. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Saints offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They'll work the middle here with Kamara. He'll work forward for a couple. Christian Roseboom there on the tackle.
Christian Roseboom. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 7. Another run here with Kamara. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten the yards, but it will set up 3rd down.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
A quick throw out wide, caught left side. He's going to have the 1st down, so they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
And the Saints, 1st down. A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Saints.
When you run these quick smokes or tunnels, wide receiver screens, they go by a variety of names. When you throw the ball to your wide receiver behind the line of scrimmage, you're counting on the defense playing very soft, and it's all going to be run after the catch. He's able to pick up enough here to bring up 1st down.
He'll step up and run, showing off the footwork, sliding down after a gain of 8.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Kamara.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Looking to throw. Here is Shuck. Here's a screen coming for Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. They get 22 yards there. It's good for a Saints first down.
Points have certainly been hard to come by in this one today, Mike, but it seems like this drive has been what they've been searching for. A little bit of rhythm, the ability to sustain. Now they got to finish. Now they got to capitalize on these first downs and go finish with 6.
And he maneuvers his way forward, a gain of 6.
And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
Second down and 3. On the zone read, it's Shuck. And he'll take this one in. Touchdown, New Orleans.
This is one of the more impressive drives that we've seen in a while here, Mike, and to cap it off, it's a simple read option, but for some reason, the defense just doesn't account for the quarterback keeping the ball, and by the time they realize who has it, he's in the open field and on his way for 6.
So now, with the lead up to 5, they're going to go for 2 and try to extend it out to 7.
The Saints will line up for the 2-point.
They'll try to run with Kamara. And he is not going to get in. Stop on the try for 2. The lead remains right where it is.
I don't love the call. I mean, all week you practice these gotta-have-it plays. Every call sheet, Mike, has 3 or 4 plays that are down here in the goal line that could also be used as 2-point plays. I think to simply turn it around and just hand the ball to your running back, gotta be a little bit more creative. That's a big missed opportunity.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, here's Trevor Etienne. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Panthers offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here. They'll begin it with 1st and 10. Now Young. That's taken in, and it's Rico Dowdle. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
Young hands it to Hubbard. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Down at the 30-yard line. A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
This is 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Young. And that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The Saints offense getting set to get back to work. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this first down. A give up the middle with Kamara. And he'll move this forward out to the 29-yard line. Nick Scorton there to make the stop.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Second down and 8. Operating out of the gun, this is Shuck. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now third down comes up.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
He's got his man down the field. It is a big completion. They get the conversion on third down. It was a gain of 27.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Chris Barnes from that linebacker position making the play.
2nd and 6.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. Brought in by Chris Olave. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. A pickup there of 28 yards.
Probably took him a little bit longer than they would have preferred, but he finally gets on the board. First catch, first touch. Here as we start the second half.
A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And some good running there. He'll fall forward for about 7.
You know, Mike, early in my time in Carolina, we were kind of on the forefront of this NFL zone read revolution. Cam Newton, one of the best to ever do it. I have seen up close and personal, when you run the zone read the right way, it is a nightmare for a defense to defend.
On play action, it's Shuck. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive, and what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
Good drive so far, but this is a big hurdle. It is 3rd and 10. In motion is Hill. From the gun, it's Shuck. That one incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, You're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
The kick is perfect, right down the middle. And the Saints add on to their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. The RPO, a pass taken by McMillan. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 23-yard line.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 8. A give up the middle, it's Hubbard. That lane closes quickly. A pickup of 3. Ryan Brzee there for the tackle.
The 27-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Young. He'll try to run for it. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. Looks like the Saints have come up with the football. They did. So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Fourth quarter begins with Kamara. And he gave one man the slip and going to take this one forward. We'll pick up a 3.
He's taken down at the 50-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Olave is the motion man. Throwing on 2nd down, shot. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
A 7-yard gain.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
Off the play fake, here's Shuck. And that is incomplete, but now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar.
Automatic 1st down.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now a toss, running left with Kamara. And despite a nice juke, they're going to get a yard to show for it. 2nd down.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now Shuck. Got it into the hands of Olave. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards.
It's a gain of 10 yards. First down, New Orleans.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take him down for a loss.
And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard.
The 19-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
This crowd into it now as we get to third down. Chuck. This throw right side is caught by Hill. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple yards shy of the first down. Here comes fourth down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make. It's always a little bit of a letdown. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. To return is Hubbard. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense and Bryce Young set for their next possession. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays. From the 25, they'll go to work, 1st and 10. They motion the slot man left. On 1st and 10, here's Young. A throw there, caught by Leggett. And they'll get about half what they needed to pick up a 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Somebody got to go.
To throw is Young. They'll set up the screen here to Hubbard. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing it.
Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Here's Young. That into the hands of Hubbard. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
Here's third down and a few inches. Back to throw. Young. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
The problem with some of these long developing plays is that it really forces the quarterback to hold on to the ball. They tried to hit him there with that big shot downfield, but the protection, it's just not able to hold up, and they're able to get home.
Will they bring the heat for 4th and 6? They'll go. Young. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on downs.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down, but this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
On first down, they'll start out with Kamara. To the 20. They finally track him down, but what a run as they'll mark it at the 10-yard line. So not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. They'll go again here with Kamara. And he will get into the end zone. Alvin Kamara. Touchdown, Saints.
Touchdown, Saints.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Point after try forthcoming. He gets it to go, and the Saints will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
Panthers 7.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. Panthers offense ready to take over possession of the football. We'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. To throw is Young. He'll step up and run this. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. The Panthers will take their first timeout, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
Young to throw on 1st down. That one complete to Lee Gettis. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. That's 11 yards again, 2 plays in a row. And And another first down.
First and 10.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late. Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
46-yard line.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Out of the shotgun, Young. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. The pass intended for Xavier Legette. Now it's going to be third down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Call it a gain of 13. It's good for a Panther first down.
On the play.
These can be tricky situations defensively, right? The game is all but over. Barring something unforeseen, you got this one in the bag, but you still want to finish on a high note. You still want to walk off the field and put an exclamation point on what's pretty much been a dominant performance right from the start.
That one taken in right side by Legette.
Complete to Xavier Legette. Out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Young. Got his man at the 6. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. Do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play.
He's lined up one-on-one, and it's a mismatch from the very beginning. He's just so fast, so big. He's kind of part tight end, part wide receiver, and when you have that type of skill set, it's just going to be hard to stop.
The extra point, up and good. Panthers draw a bit closer. They still trail 28-14. Looking to double up here. Score the touchdown. They want more. They're lining up for an onside kick. And he'll be taken down. We'll see if they want to use that final timeout or not, but things are pretty much spoken for.
Project, this ain't what you want. This ain't what you want.
The Saints offense and veteran Alvin Kamara set to take over once more. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. Only one timeout remaining for the defense as they take a knee. So this one a win for the visiting Saints. They were the aggressors from the start, able to dictate the pace of play, and in the end, they come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.